But I'd really like you guys to see the bullshit you got to go through to get out of this fucking city. All right, let's check this out. This is 264 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Or this is Crookshank Road going to 264. I just made a delivery at this really small battery store. You had to do a 12-point turn to get turned around to get out of there. That's pretty wild. Right, here we go. Of course, my GPS is lost. Okay, it just found itself again. So yeah, we're on Crookshank and we're going to US 264, which is going to take us back to the 71. US 264 coming in this morning. It was dark, so it's probably was much worse than it seemed like. But we'll see here. I don't know how this camera view is going to work out. I don't know if it's going to shake too much or not. I'll roll up my windows so we don't have too much noise. No turn on red. So how's everybody doing this morning? It is, let's see, 8:15 Eastern Time, Cincinnati, Ohio. We are heading to the TA 17 miles away in Florence, Kentucky. Yeah, Florence is in Kentucky. We must be on the border. They have a Popeyes there, and if anyone hasn't tried it yet, the Popeyes wings with their signature hot sauce is the absolute best wing hot sauce combination I've ever tried. Oh, I can see this thing is bouncing. Oh, okay. Well, you guys are gonna get a little bit funky picture, I guess, but you'll get the gist of it. But they're the best wings I've ever had, and I've had wings from, you know, all kinds of different wing places because I like wings. But I hate no turn on red. It's a pain in the neck. All right, here we go. Make sure no one's going to be right up against me. We don't want our tailspin to knock them out of the park. Now this is the nice turn. Turning onto Crookshank was awesome. But here we go into this 264. A lot of it is too tight to go around the corners in one lane. You got to go up over into the opposite, you know, into the turn lanes or whatever to make your turns. This part wasn't that bad, but again, like I said, in these humps here, you don't have to worry about them in a semi because your wheelbase is wider than them. Like I said, it was, oh God, 6:30 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning. So it was still dark out, which everything is scarier in the dark, right? Let's see. I'm gonna let you guys just chill for a minute. This might be a couple minute long video. That might be boring to some, just because they're just looking at it going, huh, that's just a street, what are you worried about? Well, when you're in a big truck, now going back, I know what to expect, so it's not as nerve-wracking, but coming in, it was hair-raising because you didn't know if it was going to get any worse. Remember, this is dark out, you know, and you're going through this, you know, this little city area, and then you'll see we're going to get into a housing area, I believe. I don't know. Kung Fu and Tai Chi. Let's take a class. But, I mean, it's a neat little area over here. Hopefully we catch this light so we don't have to sit and wait longer.
3 miles, turn right onto State Avenue.
When children are present, I don't see any children other than myself. So good. But yeah, like when I was coming, I had to come around this corner and I'm in that lane, and geez, my tires come right up onto that curb almost. Like right now, my tires are up in that turn lane. And then this morning when I came through here, it was rush hour. I mean, it was a lot of cars on here, and they're trying to go around me. You know, even though I'm doing the speed limit, because the speed limit here is only 25. They're trying to go around me and do all kinds of stuff, but as you see, I got to come up into that turn lane to go around this route, like this corner right here. If I stayed in my lane, my tires would hit the curb and go up and hit that pole right there. You know, they did not build this for trucks. That's the other thing I didn't see coming in this morning. There's no trucks. You know, but yeah, what are you gonna do? These towns, these heavily populated areas are gonna look like this, where you swear there's no trucks allowed, but there are. And then coming in, there's a broke down bus I almost freaking hit trying to go around him. You couldn't hardly make it around him without wanting to drag the trailer across his corner, because he was broke down in the lane. And there's, you know, again, it was rush hour, so cars are coming the other way. It's like, oh man. And it was on your right side, so it's the harder side to see out. But if you notice the other lane over there, you can't really see it, but it doesn't have any kind of a shoulder in a lot of spots like this side does. Although this side might not have it up here, or whatnot. I haven't been paying attention. But yeah, see that side over there, you're right up against the curb and the poles. I see you can't really see it on camera. So yeah, coming is a lot scarier than going. Going, you have wider, you know, you have a wider stance over here, I guess we'll call it. Well, okay, you're gonna lose your shoulder. So yeah, any turn you got to make on this is, yeah, see, this lane ain't that bad. It ain't near as bad going as coming. But again, it's light out versus dark, and I know what I'm expecting versus not knowing, you know, where you're going. And 264 has got a restriction for trucks west of, you know, yeah, that'd be west. We're going east right now, so it'd be west. It's going the other direction. Which, you know, I had to look that up when I checked it. You know, oh, I see there's a restriction on it. Where at? So I had to look that up real quick. But let's see. We're following it around to the left here, not to the right. It looks like we're going to get tied up here because it looks like it's going to be 2 lanes, and you definitely can't have a car next to you while you're driving against that curb, because look at the poles, some of them lean out. Signs are, you're going to smack the signs with your mirrors. Yeah. I'm making it sound worse than it is. I mean, really all you got to do is just watch what you're doing and everything's going to be fine. But, you know, we're making a video, so I'm just rambling on all these things you got to think about when you're driving a truck. You know, don't smack your mirrors on signs that are sticking out. Watch out for telephone poles that are leaning towards the street. And then like this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get in this middle lane, because you got cars that want to pass you on the left, and I don't want to get pushed into the curb or a pole. You see how tight those poles are right at the curb. They don't give you, so now I can split these 2 lanes, like going around this guy. There's no cars coming, so I'm going to split the lanes. I'm going to, you know, err on the side of caution. Like that truck right there was parked. If I was in that right lane, I'd have to stop if the car was next to me, because there's no way I could have passed it. He was sticking out in the street a foot. This reminds me of San Francisco type stuff. The tight streets. Although, no, San Fran might be tighter than this. I was only in San Fran in a car, so who knows. This kind of trash truck I got at my house, these ones where these guys ride on the back and they just take the cans and put them on the thing on the back, versus the fully automated ones. See, that car's in the road. I mean, that lane is useless. They think, oh, let me park half on the curb, half off the curb, but they're in the road. I guess you're allowed to park there, though. You know, trucks use low gear. See, so now you know at least it's a truck route. But why would they have trucks go through? Look at all these houses. You know, these houses are shaking inside because they're old and they're raised foundations. You know, so they're rattling as I drive this truck down the street. In this turn here, I'm going to definitely eat most of this right lane coming around it with my trailer. I mean, I ate half that right lane. Oh, look at the deer. Is there any more? No one wants to run out in front of me? Thank you. You got another car parked half in the street. Oh, now you got no parking signs. I'm not going to bother reading them because I don't care. It's not even parking. There we go. We're going to eat the whole right lane on this turn too. Yeah, good half of the lane. And again, we're going to take half the lane. If there was a car next to you, they'd be in trouble. Imagine coming through here with your tandems all the way back. Yep, that lane's sucked up by that car. Better pay attention where I'm turning up here. I'll end up in some freaking place I can't get out of. Now this turn this morning was hairy because again there was a lot of traffic and you can see those cars in that right lane. I had to come over onto this side of the lane onto the oncoming traffic to make this turn. A.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, I need to make this right turn. And you got cars coming up over there because I went too far to the left. I forgot about this turn coming in. I would have been more prepared for it. Although my trailer tires are on the yellow line, so I wish people would obey my blinker and see what I'm doing. But they're coming around the right side of me here. Hopefully there's no one on the other street to where I can go across the lines. Come on, light change. Yes. Go, car. Everybody else is waiting because they know what a blinker means. Now, I'm at the curb right now. So there's no way to make that turn. I was in the far left lane. And then I came around and had to go all the way on the other side of the street to make that turn. Yeah, this is where it was real hairy coming in, especially in the dark. You had all these parks. Just reminds me of like being in New York or something. And then it's going to open up once we get to US 50, I believe. So this here is a little bit different way than I know I came around this corner. Yeah, this is the way. Okay, that's the end of the video because from here on out, we're on a good truck right now. You can see all the trucks, but that's some of what truck drivers got to go through, man. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Thanks, Billy.